Cool. Right. Hello and welcome to the Savvy Gadgetz channel with me, Ian, otherwise known as Van. And what you're currently looking at is the map.projectzomboid.com. So this is the entire map of Project Zomboid, at least the vanilla version, without any additions to it. Now, I'm currently over here. Let's zoom in. This is Rosewood, and you might notice that there's the fire station, which I've been working out of for a while, and the police station and the courts, and then there's this housing estate, and then there's the area that's the gated community, as it's called, and then there's the row of shops, including the bookstore, and then you go all the way out here, and then there's kind of like the freeway. So I'm here. I'm working out of this house here, which I'm fortifying, and I'm getting all of my food and goods from around here. I'm going to be concentrating on fishing today, so there's going to be some there's going to be some foraging. We're going to be building up the foraging skills some more. I don't have trapping books, but we're going to try and do some trapping. I have never once been successful trapping. Let's put that out there straight away. I am not an expert at this. It is very difficult. I don't have a fishing rod, so this is going to be spear fishing, like I was doing the other week, and not being very successful with that either. It's very sort of hit and miss. But anyway, don't forget, check out our Facebook, or Savvy Gadgetz on Facebook, and Savvy Gadgetz on Twitter if you have any comments or questions. Don't forget, in the chat today, and I'll get in touch, because we'll be playing the Project Zomboid for a little while longer, but at some point we're going to swap out to a game, so any suggestions of a game to swap out to that you would enjoy watching me play and work my way through, then that's fine, get in touch. But other than that, don't forget to follow, like and subscribe and share. Sharing my videos out to communities is always useful. Helps me build my channel and builds a community around Savvy Gadgetz. But also don't forget to donate at Patreon. COVID update. Still suffering from COVID a bit, still feeling very drained and tired, but I am functioning as a person. I'm working, but I'm very tired in the evenings, and I really do need a lot of rest and a lot of sleep. It's really beginning to get quite annoying. Hoping I'm getting better slowly. It is a slow process, it has to be said. So it's not as bad as it was, so not by a long stretch. I mean, I did have 9 days off ill, which was really unpleasant. But both me and the wife were ill. But so back to Project Zomboid. So what my plans are, and I'm going to probably have to build up to this, is I'm going to have to get petrol together for a decent working vehicle. It might actually be worth a little trip out here. There's a warehouse, packing warehouse, army quarter. Now that's going to be interesting. Hello, Bella. Broken into the study again, have you, sweetheart? Hello, you're a good girl, good dog. You see, again, this would be actually quite an ideal place to be because it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's less likely to have huge amounts of zombies around. The only problem is if water does run out, you've got no supply of water, whereas where I am based over here, I do actually have a lake to get water from. The only problem is I don't think I have any pots and pans and things like that. They don't seem to be lasting very long when you use them as cooking implements. So we've got the army quarter there, packing stores, and we've got like a couple of a fresh food market, but that's got rotten food in it, and a farmer's market. There's a few outlying buildings. It might be worth a poke. And it is literally just down the road, so it's literally a case of going down there, and jobs are good. And honestly, this is a great thing about this map. You can zoom in and take a look at some of these places and go, oh yeah, that's what you need. You need to visit there. That looks interesting. It's got a bookshelf in it. That might have a trapping book in it. Who knows? I mean, level 1 trapping is what I'm missing. Great thing about this map is you can actually go up levels as well, so there's a second story. So it is a really good map, I have to say that. Now the link to this is in the description for my videos, but let's get this show on the road. Okay, so let's continue. So, sponsoring. As usual, I don't sponsor any... Well, nobody sponsors me, but I sponsor other people by buying their products. So, I've got Tesco's Blue Spark today, one of my favourites. And I've also got prawn cocktail shells from Jack's. So, I've got snacks and I've got drink. I'm actually better prepared. And Bella's left us. So, let's close the door. She'll probably break in again a bit later. I really need to put a lock on that door. It's the only dog that we own. We own 4 dogs, and Bella's the only one that can open doors. Okay, so the other thing is I'm very short of weaponry. So I've got the machete. I've got a hand axe. Let's equip that as a primary weapon. I wonder if I'm going to equip that as a secondary one. So like that. Right. Okay, that might be useful. Let's give that a go. Right. Okay, so we're bored and we're feeling a little sad. Don't have any antidepressants. Oh, this would be useful. Some actual sounds. There we go. Right, so it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Check out the trap. Nothing on the trap. Yes, don't forget to get in contact on the chat if you're watching this on Twitch or on YouTube. Lots of dead bodies around. I wonder if that's why I'm feeling miserable. So, let's see what we got. We're not hungry or thirsty. That makes a nice change. Got plenty of berries. So, I think what we really need to do is perhaps build ourselves a... Is it a tree branch? No, let's have a quick look. It's that one. So, survivalist. Craft a spear. I need a tree branch. So, that tree branch one of, and machete. And that's it. Cool. That's it. Let's grab the tree branch. There you go. Correct spear. Right, because we actually have read the book and we have the skill for fishing, so that's okay. So what we need to do, stand here and fish with a crafty spear. Goes into the hiking bag. Now that's quite interesting actually, because that goes into on the foraging one you actually get a radio button, so where you says I want to put it in that one, I want to put it in that one, whereas this one's a drop down list. So let's go with that. See if we can actually catch something, because last week we didn't. Gonna crack open the Blue Spark. Nearly called it Red Bull, which is my absolute favourite, has to be said. Yeah. Can I? Okay, fine. Quick look around. Loved these as a child. I mean, for me, you know, other favourite is Skips, of course, but these are just as good. Lovely. So, I haven't come across a fishing rod, and I haven't been able to find magazines to read that give you the blueprints for actually crafting a fishing rod, which would be a lot more useful, I think it said. But a wooden spear crafted this way doesn't last that long against a zombie. At best you're going to get to attack a couple of zombies before it breaks. They do decent damage, but other than that they're a bit US. So been pumpkin picking this morning with the family. Been over to a place called Rosewood, which is a great place. Do some really nice food there in the restaurant. They have a nice, like, sort of a shop with a deli in it, and they have a nice sort of like Usually it's a garden centre, but for this time of year it's all geared up to sell pumpkins. Have to. What was that? Anyway, nothing. Still haven't caught anything. Fish is obviously really useful because you can cook it on an open fire, or put it in the oven and cook it, and it provides a really good nutritional value. Getting hungry. That's fine because we've got tons of berries. That'll help sort out some of our thirst. It will sort out our food. We've got peanuts and chocolate. I'm officially the world's worst spearfisher person. And the other thing is you don't actually improve your skill unless you actually catch a fish. So far, after 2 hours and lots of stabbing into the water, not a lot's going on. Let's speed it up a bit and see if we can actually catch something. Hold on. It has actually gone up a little bit. Not by much. But it's slowly going. Look. And all of a sudden you'll catch a fish. So we've got enough berries for days, so I'm not particularly worried about a lack of food. Dehydrated, that's usually a bad sign. Still haven't caught anything though. Okay, so that's enough of that for today. Let's eat something. Yeah, so it might be worth going and having checking out those buildings that we were looking at on the map. It's a great thing. It's like 4 berries, and I'm now reasonably well fed. But it's like sated. There you go. Tummy full. 4 berries from feeling really hungry to being really well fed. Foraging is the thing, isn't it? It's as simple as that. Let's see if we can actually drink still. I am expecting water to go off at some point. 2 bottles of water, so I'm not going to get dehydrated if I do it. No, still nothing in the trap. So let's see if we can cut down a tree and continue. Cut down tree, that one. I have to say I am quite liking the new interfaces. Problem with this is it produces some noise. Okay. Saw logs, both of them. So this is the ongoing part of fortifying. Grab all of those. Fortifying my base. Or fortifying this lodge anyway. Right, so I'm overweight. Or overloaded, not overweight. I'm overweight. I know that. Oh, that also reminds me. I don't know why that reminded me. Being overweight, it reminded me what I'm about to say. But look, Savvy Gadgetz. There it is. Oh yeah. Yes. What? Come in. Live streaming. When the door's shut, don't disturb. I've only been doing this since Christmas, repeatedly on Sundays at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and yet my family still see fit to, you know, disturb. Oh well. Worms. What do I need? Worms. Don't need worms. Actually, I'm just going to drop them over here. Ah, there's my baseball bat. And it's not in good condition. I don't want to use it too much if I can help it. Right. 7 o'clock in the evening. That's I think we've got time to cut down another tree. I mean, you could just go down, cut all of these trees down, so you've just got logs lying around, and then just go back and forth with planks, and you know, just sawmill in the planks, and then go take what you need. I'm thinking at some point maybe of just fencing this bit off. Not sure. And it's like if I've managed to take care of pretty much most of the zombies here, then is there any real point? I mean, fortifying a base is a good idea, full stop. But at some point I'm going to have to start thinking about apart from food, I'm going to have to clean water. I have the lake, that's always good. If the electricity runs out, then I at least have the gas barbecue out the back. If you are watching, don't forget to say hello in the chat. So we've got any planks left? Yeah, I've got one plank left. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to barricade this one because it doesn't actually have a curtain, so. And I might barricade this back door as well. Still nothing in my trap. Sturdy stick. I'm pretty sure a sturdy stick, some thread or twine, a paper clip, make a fishing rod. Now I don't need a blueprint for that, so it's not one of those things that you just automatically know. I mean, surely it's just common sense to be able to make something like that and just bung a worm on it and job done. Okay, I'm running out of nails. I might have to go back to the fire station. Before I go into any towns like Muldra or any other places, I really need a better weapon. Or a supply of Yeah, it's like let's make another spear. That way we've got, at least we've got a few. Why am I overloaded? Oh yeah. Okay, that's not what I actually intended to do. Wasn't paying attention, that's why. If I can barricade up this last window, that would be good. And then perhaps barricade up that back door a bit. I'll leave that plank there. Getting tired. Getting exhausted. Getting discomfort because I'm carrying too much. Prawn cocktail shells, better known as skips. Okay, that looks positive. There's this window here that I need to do. So let's shut the door. Can we lock that door? No, no, okay, fine. That's the toilet. And this bedroom's way more secure in that both windows are barricaded up from both sides. Why am I in abject panic? What's going on? Oh, I left the front door open, that's bad. That's stupid. Right, let's eat some berries. Looks like we might have to go foraging. There's actually a light there. I can't see it to turn it off. It's like, really? It keeps trying to tell me I need to sleep. Okay, well, let's go back to sleep then. Assuming I can. No, I can't. This game really needs to make up its mind. Let's have a wash myself, wash the clothing. Hygiene is a thing. Don't forget to say hi in the chat. Right, so I've got some bits and pieces in here still. See, that one's not in good condition either. It's like my baseball bats, which are the best weapons I've had so far, have been really good. But why am I overloaded? What am I carrying that's a heavy load? It's probably the spears, isn't it? Okay, well let's put that. I don't necessarily need 2 screwdrivers. So we will put, do that, and we'll just put that one in the cupboard because it's not in good condition. That one can go in the bag. Baseball bat can go in the bag. Now thread. I'm going to put that in the container, don't need it. Need the machete to craft the spears, but then they're weighing me down. I'm carrying a little bit too much, and at that point that adds to exertion. So we'll put those in the backpack as well. And then just get it out when I need it. Yeah, that's better. Look at that. Still nothing in the trap. Still 2 o'clock in the morning. Feeling a little sad. Let's have and that in there. So what that means is I can just press 2. Can I not put my machete in belt right? No, apparently you can't. What about number 1? Right, so want number 1, out comes the machete, want number 2, out comes the axe. It's not really what I want, is it? Guess that's a secondary weapon. Yeah, so as soon as I put them away, it's like the weaponry setups in this. I haven't really explored that, it has to be fair. But at the same time, you would have thought if you wanted to use 2 weapons or you wanted to double hand weapon, then that would be okay. Bit of a unique skill set, I think, but all the same. Let's go forage. Because again, we're building up our skills. There we go. Foraging. Materials, mushrooms, medicinal plants. Yep, go for it. Quick circle round. Oh, that's better. Didn't know you could move that. Put arms in the backpack. Ah, I have a tree branch. I can hear rustling. It's always a worry. Some planting. Not really interested in medicinal plants, that's to be said. Got plenty of fish bait. Might just drop those. Well, it looks like we're not going to be long off of. Why does it insist on doing that? Why doesn't it keep the settings that I asked it? No, none of that. Materials gone then. Black sage. There we go. I suppose sometimes it's useful to have the stones, but not so much anything else. In fact, I'm not going to do that now. Right, let's forage. Just move materials. I'm just interested in. I don't know what I'm going to get with animals. And that is annoying that it ends up there all the time as well. Having it up there is much better because then if something's approaching you, you can see it. Because you can sort of spin round. Like that. Oh, so I've already found something. Good God. That was good going. Alright, maybe put the foraging there. More berries. Carrying ripped sheets because I was making axes and things. Does crafting spears count towards your carpentry skill? Looks like it might do. So I could craft loads of spears just to improve my carpentry skill. Oh, more berries. Berries are good. Berries are food and water. Black sage mild pain relief. It's always useful. Lemongrass soothes bouts of food poisoning. And planting, you can create a mortar and pestle with carpentry skill. Stones, that might explain a bit. Gonna craft with that. Make a stone hammer. I'm particularly interested in a minute. So I'm just going to drop that. More berries. That's good. 31 whole berries. It's always good. Got some more worms. Yeah, long way to go for level 4. Lots of foraging to be done. Haven't seen any zombies yet, so this is good. This is exactly the sort of thing that I was hoping for, an area that is zombie free-ish. Right, so let's get rid of the black sage, the planting and the lemongrass. Don't really need those, and the poison berries, don't need those either. And the worms and the stones. Drop. And then violets are edible. Wild garlic helps fight against infection when applied as a poultice. That's useful, has to be said. I'll actually hold on to that. I'm going to drop the stone and the lemongrass there. I'm just going to eat the violets. There we go. Eat. Don't provide you with a lot of hunger, but in a pinch, better than nothing. I'm going to eat some berries as well and find some more. And it's good that you can just look for berries, you can just look for mushrooms or this, that and the other. Let's create those as spears. Go and turn that off. Hey, Super Tone Man, good morning. How you been? Stuffing my face with prawn cocktail shells from Jack's. You know, they're my favourites. Skips. Building up the old foraging skills and trying to build up the fishing skills with the spears. Yeah, conditions slowly going down on that. I do very well for fresh berries again. Unfortunately, my character woke up in a panic at around 2 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning. Have you had a good week in general? If you are watching, don't forget, get typing, get on the chat, say hi. Speed that up a bit. Let's see if we can. Got plenty of food. Berries, loads of berries. Look at that. So I'm thinking of taking my car. Oh right, excellent. I'm thinking of taking the car down the road to see if I can check out some buildings that I pointed out on the map before I started playthrough. But I'm kind of building up to that. I might have to go back to the fire station, get some petrol. I do need something to drink, so I'm just heading back to the house to get some fluid. Managed to fortify the house a little bit more. I think I'm a bit short on. Oh, let's get rid of those. Don't need poisonous berries. Managed to fortify the house a bit more. You can't drink out the lake. Well, you can. It's just not a good idea. Because if you do drink out of it, it says tainted water, unsafe for drinking, sterilised by boiling in an oven or on a fire. You can drink it, but it'll give you a bad tummy or something. And I'm pretty sure I did this in Ravens Creek as well when I was demonstrating that, and I thought it was because the water never actually seemed to do me any harm whatsoever. So it might actually be fine. I still haven't caught anything in that trap. Right, so let's... can't put those in there. What have we got in there that I can move? We've got here I can move, not a lot. Oh, well, go, there we go. That can go in there. Yeah, any of those sort of places, you can drink from them. It's just not necessarily a good idea because excuse me, because you can get food poisoning or one for some poisoning from a sickness bug or something like that. I don't want to drop all of them. I suppose that's not a problem though, is it? I'm going to have to create a fire at some point, I suppose. Right, so let's have a look at our spears. It's interesting that they're all different sort of like conditions as well. That one's in better condition. Let's grab that. Go do some fishing. Or at least try do some fishing. Really? That's a new one. You can set your rain bins up over your sinks to filter it for drinking. Are you sure about that? Because usually the rain bins only work when they're outside. I'll have a look into that during the week. Well, yeah, that's why I picked this particular place, because there's an area of water that you can fish from. My character is ridiculously tired. Inhumanly tired. Not catching anything, but my fishing skill is slowly going up, and all of a sudden it's just going to start getting fish. I can just feel it. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to get some sleep at 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't remember being... I was outside of the bed. Certainly not short of berries to eat. Look, 42. I might put some of them in the fridge. Gonna probably need to eat a few of them. See, that's quite cheeky if that actually works, isn't it? If you think about it, because then it's a case of you always have some filtered water to drink if it rains. kind of hoping that at some point I'm actually just going to get a fish. Interesting change of colour there. Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty sure the amount of times this character stabbed the water, they would have learnt where to actually aim for the fish. Bit of night fishing. Still haven't caught anything. And you would have thought you would have caught at least something by now. Let's check that out. Yep, it is. Only just. Getting there, as we said. But it's not really good to start off with if you can't rely on something like this to actually get your food in the first place. It's where I always say foraging is your first best port of call in the game to feed your character. As long as you get a couple of days worth of cans and the books to get yourself moving. Yeah, well, I haven't seen any around, to be fair. They are a bit in bit reclusive at the minute, which is exactly what I was kind of hoping to be out here. It's there's a distinct lack of them, it seems, which is good. I like that. See if I can sleep. Yes. Hopefully a bit lighter in the morning. Couple of hours kip. Oh man, I might as well just get a drink from the El Tapo. There is actually, they did introduce an exercise mechanic as well, didn't they? Exercise. Improves fitness when performed regularly. Exercise fatigue will be felt on legs, reducing movement speed. Burpees. Improves strength and fitness when performed regularly, will drain endurance a lot. Exercise fatigue will be felt on the legs, reducing movements. Exercise fatigue will be felt on the arms, reducing combat abilities. There we go. So, yeah. Don't have the other bits and pieces, but sit-ups, general exercise, increasing clumsiness. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't there before. Yeah, those sort of things do affect your arms. I remember I used to work with a guy who regularly went to the gym, and he was really into his sort of like fitness, and he's like had his days set out, so he had leg day and arm day and that kind of thing. And he was telling me one time that he'd overdone it so much that when he got in his car to drive home, he couldn't lift his arms to hold the steering wheel. He had to get someone to drive him home. The fishing is going up very slowly. And as what I reckon is going to happen, all of a sudden you're going to start catching fish, but you have to sort of like, it's probably going to be when it fills up that first bar. Oh, hold on. Hey, look at that. I actually got a fish. Can I just win some socks out of the lake? Socks, yeah. A big crabby, a small bass. Socks? How do I get socks out of a lake, for goodness sakes? Big crabby, there we go. Look at that. All of a sudden it just like kicks off. There we go. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is time of day. It just improves better. Because all of a sudden at that sort of like 7 o'clock in the morning I was catching fish. Yeah. Who needs socks? Bung them in the water. It's just weird. I went fishing and I caught socks. Great. I think I really ought to get rid of the zombie body in the house as well. Let's put that in there. And the small bass. There we go. However, I can't turn it on. There's no option to turn it on. I've just realised that. Maybe the gas has gone. Which is disappointing. And I don't think about to turn on the electricity anymore. Yep, that's what's going through my head. What do I need to make a campfire? General. There we go. Actually, might be on the survivalists. Nope. Oh, okay. Can craft fillets and butcherization generally. Farm is not going to be over there. Let's just go with fire. Make a campfire. Need some logs, some ripped sheets. That should be easy enough. Right, let's go get some logs. No, I don't want to become famous. I want followers to follow me because they want to follow me, not because I've brought them. Right, so I have some ripped sheets. Make a campfire. Craft one. Yeah, there's that one out the back, isn't there? Place item. Place it just there. Build a fire. Okay, let's close that. And put my fish in there and that in there. Hasn't got any fuel. Pretty sure I left loads of the stuff all over the place, and then when you actually need it, could use planks as fuel. Works when it works. It works. Add fuel. Yeah, because there's that propane grill around the back. I want to try and avoid that. Proper survivalist. That's what you want. Yeah, all that sort of thing. Magazines. Seriously? I can't light, I've run out of twigs. That's almost annoying. Damn it, I thought that was one of the bits that I'd dropped. Uh-oh. Hello. Nice hit. First zombie I've seen in the game so far. I've been playing for an hour. Ah, there we go. That'll do. I want to cook me fish. I have to say that campfire didn't last very long with a whole plank on it. Well, that's again, that's why I'm this far out, rather than, you know, being in a town centre trying to make a stockade in the town centre. I'm trying to survive out in the sticks. Drop that one. Frantic. Has 8 hours and 15 minutes of fuel, but I haven't got anything to actually light it with. Don't suppose I can light it with rags either, can I? Oh, I can. Cool. Okay, hopefully I can actually finish cooking my fish this time. Yeah. See, that's one of the other things that needs to be on the cards, isn't it? It's not like you can have a fire in the house. But then, previously, you were okay with that sort of thing, but you could just go and take the stove, because that's what I did previously in one of my other playthroughs, and I think the green screens that moved a bit. There we go. Right. So yeah. Let's drop the crafted spear. Then eat me fish. My other fish. I've eaten 2 fish. I've also got some brain food. But, you know, even though I've just cooked 2 really big fish. No, it wouldn't. Quite right. Even though I've cooked me big fish, the character's still hungry. And it's the berries that are really helping now. Can't even catch a mouse to eat either. total disaster, but at the same time. Yeah, I don't want to head in that direction. There's too much far. It's the there we go. I think I actually need to go for materials this time. Eventually, yeah. But then it's a case of driving out to other places and looking for seeds and that, isn't it? We've got 20 minutes. I think we could perhaps go and take a nose. Got petrol in the car. I might actually find some. Slightly damaged. Okay. Oh, I found some stones. Apparently I'm going to need twigs now. Oh, hello. I've got an unfriendly down here over on the right hand side. Lurking. Lurker of the week. Yeah, seeds haven't been that common in this area. Which is really weird because usually you just find them all over the place. And as you say, storage sheds are a good place to find them. We've got the hand axe, that's useful. Let's drop those. I'm going to put them in the back of my truck. So I don't think I've got a lot of petrol in this truck, that's the thing. Yeah, that's probably right. I'd like it to be right, you know, it's one of those things, it's like, because unless I actually find a decent, what am I thinking about? Unless I find a decent supply of weaponry, like another baseball bat that I can put some spikes in. I'm actually going to drop these over here, and then I can actually see them. And I've got them to light a fire with, haven't I? But yeah, let's check the van. So I don't think it will survive a huge jet. Yeah, it's got next to nothing in it. Yeah, I think a trip back to the fire station's in order. Looks like I could use some clean trousers or some new trousers. They look pretty shoddy. Yeah, it's no protection on the left leg, look. On the right leg, sorry. And it shows that because it's had a... looks like it's had a gouge out of it. Not bitten or anything. So, let's take a look at these ones. Wind resistance is a condition good. Okay, so let's wear. Oh look, skinny jeans. Oh, they're just as bad on the bottom left hand corner. Look at that. They look better. There we go. Drop those, drop those. There we go. And with a bit of luck, that's improved my protection a bit. Are my shoes in bad condition? Sneakers? No, the conditions are they're just not very good at it. Everyone seems to wear sneakers. I'm really looking for... did have some military boots somewhere. Approach the bed with your axe. Still nothing in the trap. No, let's just drop that. Drop the rip. Yeah, drop the rip sheets. Not particularly interested. Eat the berry. Eat more berries. Yeah. Out of desperation, I'm going to keep the baseball bat in my inventory. Just in case I come across anything deeply unpleasant. Open the door, thank you. Right, let's just flick out to the map. Right, so I'm here. Ah, okay, what I could do is just drive down there and then go across there and then back up to the fire station. Okay, that sounds nice and straightforward, and then I can just come down here and check out these bits down here once I've got some more petrol. Okay. Let's back up. I've already forgotten where I was going. Right, yeah, it's actually 2 junctions down there. Don't you dare. I really hate it when my engine cuts out. And I hate the fog. Oops. Couldn't have really happened on a worse day, could it? God, this is bad. Right. Yeah, typically. It's like, could it have been any worse timing and then just got worse? That was just really unlucky, that. I could have sworn I had some military boots kicking around. Oh! There's a propane tank there. That could be useful. At least I know where there's a propane tank. That's bags of this and that. There we go. Right, let's go upstairs. Pretty sure I've got a gas can up here somewhere. I've got a paperclip. Empty gas can. Grab that. There we go. Pretty sure I've got a gas can with something in it too. Baking pan. Do I really need it now though? Grab the bowl. Bowls are useful. I'll grab the pan anyway. Antidepressants, dirty rags, yada yada. Keys, weapons, thread, wrench, wine, vinegar. Oh, now that one actually has some gas in it. Gonna grab the roasting pan as well. Haven't seen a frying pan. It's my rotten bowl of soup. Yeah, I did see some. I thought I had some. Bake pan, grab bake pan. Another gas can. Yeah, you see, they could be useful. Sterilised bandages. Right, pretty sure. Checking my bookcase. Pretty sure in here. Carpentry. Read the Angular Magazine Volume 2. Cooking, already read. Yeah. So, desperately need a Trapping Volume 1. 3, 4 and 5. I know where my foraging books are. Right, let's go tank up the car. Hopefully the fog won't be around. Might be a case of waiting for the fog to disappear. Add gasoline, there we go. I have never once caught anything in a trap. It's really infuriating. It's one of those things that just doesn't seem to work for me ever at all. I'm just going to siphon gasoline out of all of these vehicles if I can. And just dump the cans in the back of my car. That way I know I've got as much gasoline as I'm going to get. Was that it? It's pathetic. Yeah. And using the right baits, looking at it at the right time of day. Just never caught a thing. Again, it's probably one of those, like you say, it's probably bad luck, but it's probably one of those ones that until you actually keep trying to do it and it builds up well enough, you know, other than that, you're not going to get there anywhere. Right, so empty bowl, sterilised bandages, hammer, that can go in there for the time being. Got my roasted pan, my bacon pens. Okay, but now I really just need the fog to lift. Let's eat some berries. dive back in and get some water. At least the water hasn't gone off yet. Some interesting noises coming outside my study. Whoop. Okay. Well, as I don't particularly want to drive too far, just going to check out the police station. Before I do that, I'm going to go two-handed. Oh yeah, look, machete and an axe. West Point, always useful, I suppose. You know, you was talking about zombies moving faster at night. One of the improvements they're going to make is to add running zombies. Okay, and the point of being able to get in here is... nothing! Primary, secondary. Surprise. House key. It's always nice. Oh my god. No. Just no. There's at least 6 of them in there. Yes. Well, to a certain degree, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense that some burglar alarms would have like a battery backup on them. But, you know, how long that would last for is another thing entirely. God, but that was a little bit close. Considering I was making a lot of noise with a hammer and taking that door to pieces. That can't have been quiet, and they just round the corner. It's like, oh my god. Right, I think we need to call it in there and leave that adventure for next time. And so the first thing we'll do is we'll head over to those barns and those fields, see what we can find, and then head down to Muldra See if we can. It kind of depends on whether I can actually pick up some decent weaponry or not. Because at the moment, I don't particularly want to use these two weapons. I mean, the machete does a ton of damage, but the conditions of them are going down quite a lot. So, I do need some better. But I've also got to explore the place. Oh look, no, West Point, better known as I say, you're going to die quickly, capital. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, if I just pause the game now, go back out to the map. So this is the, as I said before, this is the entire Project Zomboid map, or what's been done. So we're going to be taking. So we're over here. We're here in the fire station, in the fire department. And then this is the house that we're currently fortifying and working out of. I've been around all of these houses here in this bit. I haven't been up here though. There's a few houses up there, no sheds though. So when I come out of there and go down here, there's these warehouses. And then that's the prison. Not particularly bothered about food. Food markets are probably going to be out of a lot of things. Gas station might have some interesting bits and bobs. Oh yeah, damn straight it is. There's no. That's down here. That's a hair salon. Another food shop, office, laundromat. Medical supplies, that's possible. Medical supplies, farmer hug. There's like an interesting warehousey bit there. For a post office? Really? So that could be worth a visit, I suppose. Is this cinema? Yep, cinema. Not worried about that. Dormitories. Probably want to avoid that area. Ah, now we're kind of talking a school. That's a bit more useful. Again, there's a lot of housing over here. Look. I thought that was the prison. Have to admit, probably wrong. Oh, there is a prison in here somewhere. No, I've seen it. I honestly thought that was it. Oh, there it is. Yes, just outside that. Okay, so that's us here at the fire department. We could go up and up to the prison. Not the best, worst place to live. They're actually reasonably. If you've got a yeah, grab a popcorn machine and just set it off in the middle of the town just to see how many zombies turn up. See, that might not be an awful place to go to. Might be some bits and bobs there worth snagging. Not so really worried about the because in Super Survivors this was being used as a hideout for some people by another gang, by a group of Super Survivors who shot you on sight. Never ran out of bullets. It was really infuriating. So yeah, I mean, there's places for us to go and check out. So I'm here. I want to drive down to here, check out around these areas. I want to check out these buildings here, and these bits here and here. See, now there's a shed, storage shed. And you've got these warehouses here, lots of boxes. It's packing warehouses. It might be good to check that place out. This is the army quarter. Yeah, could be useful. At least there's a storage shed there. So yeah, I think that's the plan. And then if worst comes to the worst, that's this over in Moldra. It's interesting. It's another factory sort of place. Quite a few factory places here. There could be some good bits to snag. Yeah, well, that was my thinking. You know, well, I bet there's quite a few zombies around there though. Failing that, it's a 12 change of underwear trip to Moldra. If we can avoid those first bits, that looks quite interesting. Now, I've been in Moldra, I've actually started in Moldra before, and I think it's around here where you generally start. And it was like one of the first times I actually played, and I didn't make it past the first few boxes. It's like just zombies everywhere. To be fair, it was a lot easier back then though. Lots of wood. The logging camp. My dog's going mad. What I really need though is a school. An adult education centre. Elementary school. I know that says abandoned restaurant, but isn't that usually the case? Aren't they all abandoned? Anyway, that's where we're going next week. God help me. So until then, I hope you have a good week. I hope if you have animals, they're a lot quieter than mine. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. Donate at Patreon. And if there's a particular game that you want me to live stream and play, let me know. Get in contact. Leave a comment on the video. But until next week, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then. 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Plenty of spears. Yeah, get crafting. Alrighty then. Thank you very much. Thank you again, Super Toe Man, for joining me and commenting on the chat. Don't forget, comment on the chat if you're here. So, goodbye. Thank you again. Have a good